one's really traveling too much because of the pandemic, but you're going on the road. Let's say it matches 4 to 5 nights a week, sometimes 6, depending on if you're doing any overseas tours or whatnot. It's a big, you're physically hurt. You're traveling on the road all the time, but it's also a mental health issue as well. So it's a tough ball game, a tough industry to be in, and I don't think that business gets enough respect for that.
Right. And this is kind of off subject, but you know who Guerrero is married to?
Vicky Guerrero?
No, Shaw Guerrero.
Oh, yes, I know. I didn't know she got remarried. Who's she married to?
Aiden English.
Really? I didn't realize that. That's interesting. Huh. Very interesting.
And because of where she wanted to go, he's now living in, he wanted to move back to Chicago. So they're up in Chicago because of that. Some of the other notable wrestlers that I kind of recognize the name of that kind of had difficulties here. Do you remember the Renegade in WCW?
Yeah.
Okay, he was one of the people that suffered from it, and unfortunately, took his life in 1998, just 2 months after WCW cut him.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that far back. I didn't even realize that. Wow.
Yeah. Let me see.
Actually, the Renegade, if I'm not mistaken, I'm 99% sure he was the one that they kind of portrayed to be another type of Ultimate Warrior too.
It was. That's who it was.
Okay. It sounded like I was like 99% sure, but couldn't be the 100% yet. Okay.
This is the one I was kind of shocked about because I didn't think this happened with Sean O'Hare. Do you remember Sean O'Hare?
Yeah. I didn't. Huh? Yeah, I remember he did. Okay, now that serves memory that he did pass away, and I think he took his own life.
Yeah. At the age of 43, he had been working with New Japan, and he has been arrested several times due to physical altercations. This one I kind of remember, Crash Holly.
Yeah, from Crash Holly. That was an unfortunate situation there.
This was an overdose. I didn't know this either. It was in 2003, and because he received the divorce papers a week before. Crash Holly was a great character.
Oh yeah,
great character.
Oh, he was by far. I remember him doing getting OD'd. Now I remember trying to think back, and I remember that, and I remember seeing that in the news. I'm like, good Lord, that was such a talented young man. So unfortunate and to have his life ended. Obviously OD'd. And I think I remember someone talking about how once again the mental health issue going on and depression, along with a lot of different things in his personal life. It's like we mentioned earlier podcast, it's to where there's a lot of people out there in wrestling, but also different fields and just people in general. It's just more. But the wrestlers, like I said, it's like they're on the road so much, and it's to where you're pain, physical, obviously mental pain. It's unfortunate. Wrestlers are known for dying early, and a lot of it's just we have a number of situations out there that has drug overdose, and there's that's why I say it's not a funny game as a lot of people interpret. If you're not going to be a little more sensitive towards it, just don't ain't saying nothing at all. But it's a very tough ball game to have that, and I know we keep on saying that, but it is, and it's where you always wrestlers and you have athletes at different levels that do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm scrolling through this list, and I knew that the Von Erichs had passed away, but I didn't realize some of them were self-inflicted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea about that. I'm reading through this, and man, I knew the Von Erichs had like a curse that 3 of the brothers died, but didn't realize that. The other one I didn't know was ruled that was the Mike Awesome.
Yeah, he had some issues as well. There's Mike Awesome was a great talent himself. Well, also Andre the Giant, and kill himself like literally, but his drinking was a lot to do between physical health as well as that dealt with a lot of issues on mental health and what, especially when the referee Timmy White talked about in the past, a lot of being away from home, and I mean he was away from home all the time and dealt with a lot of physical issues, but also it's mental issues as well. And
Mm-hmm.
he drank. He still has, as far as I know, the world record for the amount of beer he drank during a setting, which I believe was 152 beers at one setting. I know he's a big guy, but still, it's 152 beers. That's,
Yeah,
and that also includes wine and liquor too in that setting too.
yeah. It's just kind of weird because I remember my cousin died, but I
Hard
don't know
beer,
why. I thought it was for like something more of a like a natural cause, like I guess for some reason I thought it was related to concussions.
There was another ECW wrestler I think died from what I understand he OD, but I understand there was some uh, mental health, but one of them had severe issues with like hearing voices all the time. That was you know taking their life. I just can't remember what the ECW wrestler. It's been a long time ago. Yes, but yeah, it was just can't remember his name right now. Should probably look that one, and I just randomly thought about it. But yes, there's a singers as well. It's just you have that um, same issue with a lot of different singers that I see around the road. And it's I was looking at some listing of singers last year. Let's say there's about 10 of them or so, different genres, and how many of them? Probably more than 10 actually. There's like 20 of them are listed. Actually, I think it was how much mental health pressure that it's not just pressure of being famous, but it's more or less pressure of it's regular old anxiety like we all deal with. And they didn't mention any kind of DOC, drugs or alcohol, but that doesn't mean that they're not using anything to help control that. But it's once again they have to do a lot of different tactics, a lot of different exercises to control what they go through each and every day. And myself, I was advised by my record producer last year to start doing some meditation, and it's helped out. I mean, I have other things that help out that are not alcohol or drug related. Like I said, I didn't have anything to do with narcotics, but there's different things I do to help out, and I listen to some audio tapes on YouTube to help out. I was advised to do that, and it's been a helpful situation. So some people out there, I don't do that kind of stuff. Well, you give it a try. Some people don't like it, that's fine, but it can be helpful for other people too.
Exactly. Not everything is going to work out the same for everybody, and yeah, we of course know that. But if you're dealing with some stuff like this, it's always good to get help, get someone to talk to, even if it's just a friend.
Therapy is awesome. Seeing psychiatrists as well. It's a lot of people have their minds. Oh, I don't need no therapy. I don't need no training to tell me.
I don't need no education.
Okay,
you made me think of "Brick in the Wall" by Pink Floyd. But yeah, a lot of people are afraid to talk about the problems and actually seek therapy because they kind of feel like either embarrassed or defeated or anything like that, and that's not a proper way to look at it.
No.
It's kind of odd in our species that talking typically makes people feel better, especially being able to voice what's going on with them.
Well, we all love a certain actor that took his life. Robin Williams. Was 5 years ago? Longer than that, probably. How long ago was it?
I want to say it was 2016.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, that would be 5 years, I guess. Man, when you said 5 years, I thought 2015.
I know it's been a little while back, but I didn't, figures,
Oh, you're closer than I was. It was 2014.
2014, okay. Yeah, he was a great actor, and obviously left behind a big legacy, and dealing with a lot of demons. He was able to do his career, and that's what helped him out. But he still was dealing with his demons inside. That's the thing about it, is like, you sit there and love what you do for your job, and have that be what can block away something, and sometimes it don't. And it's that sometimes it's a cover up. Sometimes it helps with medicine. I mean, what you do is medicine. And of course, sometimes you're just that closet case of being an alcoholic or drug addict, And I remember Rob Williams watching an interview from a long time ago, and a number of people have seen that he was an alcoholic, and he told a friend of his, and he says, I'm an alcoholic. It's like, Robin, I know you are. And I guess from that point, that was one of the starting points from what I understand, that between that and his wife, that kind of helped him get to seek some help for those demons. And I was also listening to an interview not too long ago from Ron White, the blue collar comedian. Sometime, several years ago, I guess, they were at a banquet, I think it was. He said he didn't think Robin Williams even really knew him. He knew Robin Williams, of course, but he didn't think vice versa. So I guess Robin was just the different guy introduced those two, and Robin just talk just like himself. He just make cracking jokes, just and it wasn't too long later that Robin passed away. But since Robin gave him that time just to have a few laughs, and Robin knew that Ron White is an alcoholic. He had some problems, and still has drinks and everything a lot, and so an alcoholic. But give him that time. I remember that interview. Ron White did something I'd never seen a man do. He broke down and cried. He's like, he gave me that time, and then I never got to see him again. It wasn't too long later he took his life. But it's that's another thing. It's like you never know who's around you who has these demons, and trying to deal with it. It's that's why I say it's such a sensitive subject, and it's why in this world it's a lot better to have more kindness. It's like
absolutely.
we live in a society now where we say the word kindness, it makes it sound weak, and it's not the case. It's like a little more kindness and peace and love. It's not hard. It's not difficult. We're humans.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And unfortunately, trying to get everyone to kind of treat everyone with a certain level of respect is not always the easiest thing to be accomplished, and that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We may not always agree on things, and we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to agree on everything, and that's fine. But let bygones be bygones, and it's if someone who's facing demons, it's be a little more easier on them. Just then wrong and say, hey man, hey woman or whatever, have a good day. That's just what sometimes that small thing can
I wasn't expecting that. That's why I started laughing. I wasn't expecting that.
I was kind of the blue, just like something as a cup here. Sometimes a smile, it sounds like some people think it sounds cheesy, but sometimes just a pat on the back or a smile or just a little kindness can go a whole long way. So there's days where I know you're the same way. It's like some days that you just can meet someone that just rubs off on a positive manner, and makes you. Hey, there's some good people in this world that want to give some respect and love. It's good to have that. Absolutely. When I, recovering from my alcoholism, I was KM. I know KM for 20 years now. It's been. He's someone I talked to. He didn't have that that even through my anxiety